So I've created this YouTube channel, obviously. Why am I doing it? Why do I think it's a good idea? What am I trying to achieve? Well, there is a bit of a story here, so I'm going to explain. So I have actually created 2 YouTube channels in the past, both of which don't exist anymore. The first one was after COVID. I think a lot of people were probably playing around with it then. It was a gaming channel. I don't know why I thought it was a great idea. I don't really game that much. I don't mind playing games. I wouldn't say I'm a passionate gamer. I think I just liked the idea of it. It just sounded fun. It was something to do. I learned quite a bit about editing. But yeah, I think I got 3 videos in and just thought, what the hell am I doing? So that fizzled out very, very quickly. And then the second one I started was last year, and I spend so much time on YouTube. I love YouTube. I'm always on it. I think I've always had a dream to be a YouTuber, as it were. And yeah, so I spent a long time thinking, well, what can I do? And I'm an engineer, that's what I do, that's how I make a living. And I thought, okay, well, you know, I have knowledge, I have experience in this kind of area. Let's do something to do with that. And I come up with this idea where I would disassemble random things that I didn't know, you know, I didn't know how they worked, but I would want to take them apart, figure out how they worked sort of in real time, and yeah, film it and have it as a a video so viewers could sort of come along for the journey. And it was a curiosity sort of thing, and the idea was that it would be educational and entertaining and have, you know, a bit of fancy editing and stuff like that. And I made about 6 videos, and they did get progressively better, and I put a lot of effort into it, into the production, into the editing, but there was a lot of friction there. I didn't really like editing. I find it, yeah, quite tedious. It's just not something I enjoy, right? Simple as that. So that sort of fizzled out as well, and I had the best intentions, and it just never. Yeah, I just couldn't keep going with it. So right now, I've created this channel, and this is very different to the previous channels. The previous channels, I was kind of trying to chase a dream in a way. It was something that I liked the idea of, and I really wanted to do it. I wanted to build something, and for both of them I made I was treating it like a business, right, from the ground up. So I made a sort of a business account that all of it was gonna go onto, so I was paying a small fee a month to be able to do that. And yeah, this is on my personal account, the account I've had for 13 years. I'm not on social media. I haven't been on social media for 3 or 4 years or something like that. I got rid of that when I stopped drinking. Yeah, it was necessary at the time, and I don't miss it. I don't want to go back to it. I'm not interested. So, and even when I was on social media, I never used to post anything. I always had a lot of anxiety, fear of being judged, yeah, all of that, all of those sort of negative feelings. So I never posted anyway. Got rid of them. Everything just better without it. But obviously I still had YouTube, and I've never really been active in a community. I don't necessarily post a lot at all, really. So it's a big switch, right, for me now to be saying, oh, I want to talk about mental health and autism and my diagnosis and all the things I find really weird, and just literally tell the world how weird I am. It's extremely vulnerable and odd. to just do a 180 and feel comfortable doing that. And I wouldn't say I feel comfortable doing it, but I feel like there's a purpose behind it. And I don't mind. I'm not looking to grow a channel and have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and earn a living out of this. I'm not expecting that. I'm not looking to do that. Of course, everyone, wants to get monetized, right, and get 1,000 subs, and that would be absolutely amazing. That isn't really my goal. I would be happy if I just got 100 subscribers, half of which commented on my videos and said, hey, I feel exactly the same. I do that as well. I've always found that a real problem. This is what I do to cope, or this is what really helped me in the past. That is all I'm looking to do. And I think I'm doing it for me, just as much as I'm doing it to try and help other people as well. It's something I feel very passionate about. I feel like it's almost a purpose. Since I got my diagnosis and have been going to therapy for a couple of years now, I almost feel like I have a voice and I'm allowed to share it. I'm allowed to put my opinions out there. I'm allowed to advocate. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people probably aren't interested in doing that, which is fine. I feel like I have a lot to say, and I feel like I want to say it. So, I've started advocating for things at work. So I feel, and since I got my diagnosis, I now kind of feel qualified to talk about it, if that makes sense. So, I've the imposter syndrome that I was having from after the diagnosis and for a long time leading up to it that barrier is starting to go down, and I'm able to sort of think, well, no, actually I have a diagnosis, I am qualified to talk about this, so why not? And I'm just hoping that it reaches a few other people who say, oh yeah, I'm in a similar situation, because I've yes, I had a lot of anxiety growing up, but I wasn't poorly behaved. I didn't necessarily fail at anything. I've built a professional career for myself, and to a lot of standards, I'm successful. And I imagine there are thousands of people out there who are in a similar position, and but are struggling with other things. It's very, very, the high masking neurodivergent people out there. I think there's a lot of us. That's kind of it. What am I actually doing differently this time? I do want to explain this as well. How I'm planning to actually make this successful. Well, first of all, as I said, I'm not chasing growth or a dream. I'm chasing a purpose. I know it's very cliche, but genuinely that is how it feels. So I'm doing it because I really, really feel like I want to do it. I'm not necessarily chasing views. I'm just chasing reach so I can help people. And I've learned a lot from the 2 channels that I did have that didn't work, which is I don't really like editing. I don't really like fancy setups and all of that. So I've kind of designed this to be the most seamless way possible. So I have this little studio area. I have a big ring light, my phone, the window to get some natural lighting as well. I have a small microphone. All of that takes 5 minutes to set up. Not even that. I can get running, and I want a almost a no edit approach. So everything is real, everything is honest. like it would be in a conversation. So you learn who I am as a real person. And yes, I'm planning everything on my Remarkable, rather than having anything too fancy. It's just an idea, bullet points of what I want to talk about. And that is my kind of workflow. And then afterwards, because I've got almost a no edit approach, I can upload my video to the computer, don't really have to do anything. I can create thumbnails using a basic app to add text onto it. I can upload that, and then yeah, I can upload the video, and it's that simple, and that's all I want. I just want to talk to people who want to listen. I'm not interested in trying to get views for the sake of getting views. So anyone who finds this and is actually still watching the video now, you're the people that I want to talk to. So yeah, brilliant. And then I wrote something else here. What am I expecting? I think I've already talked about that. I'm not really expecting much. But anyway, yes, thank you for watching, if you still are watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, I guess.